America Meditating Radio Show, we collect wisdom, inspire each other, and empower hearts 24/7. Hi, I'm Sister Jenna. Join me and guest on Blog Talk Radio as we amplify stories that compel us to be more for ourselves and everyone else around us. Hello, everyone. This is Sister Jenna from the America Meditating Radio, and I'm excited to introduce to you Meditate the Vote. It's going to be a national campaign, and what we're asking for all of you to join us with is to raise the bar of conversation. Try to see in what way we can change our interpretation about who we are, what we are, and perhaps the direction in which we want this country to go in. Regardless of whoever becomes the next president in 2017, we are still responsible for the way that we want to move our lives. So could you join me and an alliance of friends around the country to meditate the vote? Go to americameditating.org, press on Events, Meditate the Vote, and you'll be able to get a whole bunch of information. So join us, because I, Sister Jenna, meditate the vote.
Get off the grid and step inside your heart. Sister Jenna guides you through a powerful, encouraging, and motivating meditation that allows you to let go and become aware of you, regain strength, power, and peace. The Azar Foundation for Children of the World is an organization aimed to support women and children in need across the globe. We believe in empowering lives, strengthening minds, and providing programs that enrich health and education. The Azar Foundation was founded in 2003 and has been serving the world ever since. Visit us at our website at www.azar4children.org. That's www.azar4children.org to find out more information about our endeavors and join our mailing list. Remember, the smile and the cry of a child doesn't have any language. The Azar Foundation.
The Meditation Museum in Silver Spring, Maryland offers a variety of courses and activities to make your life go a whole lot smoother. Located at 9525 Georgia Avenue, you will be able to experience the beautiful silence that's in the space. There are courses in Raj Yoga meditation, positive thinking, stress-free living, and personal development classes. For more information, call us at 301-588-0144 or visit us online at meditationmuseum.org. Hello, everyone, and welcome to America Meditating Radio. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and that was our wonderful friend and buddy in spiritual crime, Sanatam Kaur, one of my favorite tracks, Ek Onkar. And it's just one of those songs that you just keep swaying to, and you sway, and after a few seconds, whatever was disturbing you is just off of you. It's just off of your back, and you're just feeling a whole lot better after that. And I just can't help but keep, looking at how music is one of the most beautiful contributions we have been given to our planet. And if we can live our lives like a song or a music or a beautiful dance, it becomes a good world. It becomes a world where there's just automatic charity emerging from your spirit. And I think when we bump into certain, relationships with people, situations, maybe even global issues that we bump into along our journey, if it makes us feel like we want to sing and dance, automatically it just emerges a feeling from you. Many of you, for those of you who are local and have visited the Meditation Museum, one of the most intriguing concepts and things that I have seen is after everyone's finished with whatever the event was, whatever was the moment in time that they experienced being in the space, that it's just this overwhelming feeling, how can I help, how can I support? And so it goes back to, do you make people sing? Do you make people dance? Does your life, does your presence give the experience of a good world a better world? Stay tuned because we're going to have a wonderful conversation with Dale-Pfeifer, and we're going to be discussing an amazing way in which Dale is initiating us to dance in the level of being contributors to that which is good in our planet, to that which we can use the tools that she has discovered to bring more light and more awareness into our planet. We are looking at a presidential campaign that has all of us thinking globally. And for those of you who have been following us, you've heard about an initiative I started entitled Meditate the Vote. And a lot of folks are like, what does that mean? Exactly. That's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to ask, what does it mean? It means to think a little bit deeper about the course of your life and the direction in which you're making decisions for your life to travel down a path. You see, if I don't come from a place of pure intention, pure feelings, what's beneficial for the whole, it becomes really, really hard for me to see success. And even if I see success, I'm not happy when I get there because it really had everything to do with where you were inside when you decided to make an investment or you decided to enter into a relationship or you even decide to get out of a relationship. What is your intention? Where are you inside? Because that's what's going to reveal exactly what you signed up for. Those of you know my father is still in a coma, and I went to Miami to take him off the life support. And, of course, I've been on my spiritual path for over 25 years, and so you might sometimes find that you develop the ego. Okay, so the soul is moving on, and Om Shanti, and then they're going to take another birth. They will see God's light. They will come back. Whatever the story might be that you have formulated in your consciousness. But for some reason, because your father doesn't die every day, right, I wanted to know how my consciousness would feel when I showed up to that. And I want to thank all of you who have sent really your blessings, emails, good wishes, because I believe so wholeheartedly in that when I actually faced my dad there in that coma, everyone, I was okay. It was like in that same zone that I just understood. Nothing lasts forever except spirit. So his body doesn't last, but his spirit does, his soul does. I am here to talk to his soul, to soothe his soul, and to inform his soul about the process of transitioning. And I left with the greatest feeling inside. And even though it's never a good decision to take someone off of life support that you love and someone who has played a very significant role in your life, it was okay for me to do it because I know I was trying to help the soul to move on, start another journey, to enter another car, to ride life completely. So thank you for your continued support. Yes, it was an interesting scene. I recognize that my consciousness really was in a place where it's a good season, and I was able to assist a spirit, a soul that matters a lot to me, which is just about everyone. And so just wanted to take that time to hold you in sacred appreciation for your kind contribution to my path and my family. Before I get Dale on the line, I want to turn to Sister Gita to see if she has something that she could read for us and take us into this other place of awareness and consciousness. Sister Gita?
Good day, and may today be for you a more brilliant day than even yesterday. Charity begins at home. And Sister Jenna, I don't think that was arrogance to speak the truth, to, console the spirit of your dad, whether he was in a coma or not. The soul would hear, listen to that. Because I love you, I want to share this. These bodies of yours at this point in time are very valuable. Breathe in sweet remembrance of positivity. Drink water. Eat fresh, life-giving foods. And one that's very important to me, exercise. Your body is designed to death. Rest your body by not eating too late at night and eating less at night. Taken from the book of Companion of God, authored by the wisdom keeper, Daddy Yankee. And you've probably tired to hear me say that. She was tested scientifically and was pronounced to have the most powerful mind in the world. Sister Jen and I know her personally, and I can vouch for that. Creating peace. Peace will be created by coming face to face with the things that are tearing our human family apart. Greed, anger, ego, attachment, and excessive desires have destroyed our peace. So there is too much sorrow in the world today. It's not a question of going off to remote places of quiet or following a path that turns you away from the world, that turns you to the Himalayas. No, it is a question of learning humility and emerging the humanity, mercy of humanity. Surrendering yourself to the divine, whatever you call that energy, is the beginning. Together, we can then create peace and peace in the world. Thank you. Have a great, great, great day. And thank you, Sister Jenna, for encouraging us by being available each day whilst you give charity to yourself. Charity begins at home. So let's give ourselves 5 positive thoughts each day.
Thank you so much, Sister Gita. Meditating Radio Show is really proud to welcome dale-nirvani-pfeifer. Dale is changing the way we connect online by making social giving quite simple. Her company, GoodWorld, is the social fundraising platform fueling seamless viral charitable payments made with just a hashtag. Can you believe it? And the hashtag is #donate. An award-winning researcher, Dale applied the theory of Allophilia, which means like or love of others, to Maori leadership, demonstrating how the power of love and effective leadership can bring together big, diverse groups of people. She ran the Victoria University of Wellington Center for the Study of Leadership and later worked with organizations across the U.S. and New Zealand to help them understand their purpose and develop and implement programs and communication strategies. Now, Dale was recently named one of Washington Business Journal's 40 Under 40 Business Leaders in Washington and one of the trending 40's new Power Women of D.C., which is big in D.C. because it's so competitive here, everyone. Anyway, so launched in October 2014, GoodWorld was named one of the Fast Company's most innovative companies of 2016, and we're so psyched to welcome Dale to the air. Hi, Dale.
Hi, Sister Jenna. Thank you so much for having me on the program. It's a real honor for me.
Oh, it's so sweet. I'm so proud of the work that you're being called to do and the fact that you seem to be very focused and disciplined in responding to your call. What is it feeling like as you're watching GoodWorld unfolding into something extremely useful for our time and definitely being a game changer at this time?
Such a beautiful thing. GoodWorld was born out of a prayer for me to bless me into service. And, every morning I'd be at my altar praying, bless me into service, oh God. And then, the first thing that came was the name GoodWorld or God's World. And then from that, really spiraled out this business model. And, the intention is to ignite generosity on social media. So I just feel very, very blessed to be sitting in a place where the company is growing and thriving.
Nonprofits and organizations that are really wanting to do good in the world. And it's interesting because I remembered one of my staff members. I walked into the meditation museum and I saw them playing a game on their smartphone, and I was like, not virtuous. I go, you can't do that in the meditation museum. I mean, the time that you're taking playing a game, can't you use it for something more worthwhile, being in such a sacred space? And I remembered that moment very powerfully. I'll tell you why. Because being on a smartphone or being on social media or being involved with technology now, you can do so much good with your time and energy, which then creates good karmas for you as you move along in life. So I'd love if you can share with our listeners, why is giving good mentally and physically beneficial for our lives?
Absolutely. I think, there's been a lot of research that's gone into this. There's a big study at the University of Notre Dame that shows that giving actually really is good for you. As soon as you give, particularly if you can give with an open heart, you get a feeling of happiness. And then a lot of positive endorphins are kind of triggered in your body, and that actually has positive health benefit. And then it really gives your life meaning. In a lot of disciplines, AA and other things, if you're feeling like, you're in a place where you're kind of sinking, one of the things that they teach is really to go out and help somebody else. And, that really brings you back into yourself. It gives your life meaning, and it has that positive knock-on effect, because if people see that you are, you're a generous person, they will be generous back to you. So giving really, really is something that's very positive. It can also motivate other people, to do things for you and for the company and things like that. And I feel like GoodWorld itself has been a big experiment in generosity, and that's the way that it's growing.
Beautiful. Can you help to clarify for me? Sometimes you might hear folks are sharing with us, I've given so much and this is what I got in return. Is there a consequence behind giving maybe too much? Or is it that we need to understand the place of our giving is what's most important, like the place of intention, as you said, give with an open heart. I would call that place of pure intention. But, a lot of people say, I'm just tired of giving. Can you help us to sort of look at that at another level?
Absolutely, and I think, Sister Gita's beautiful words about charity beginning at home. I think we're really is home inside of us, and home is really, in my view, is in our heart. So I think that's where we really need to start with giving, is really, getting in tune with the core of ourselves, with what's in our hearts and what feels right. You don't want to, and when I give, I'm always very much sensing into kind of the holistic perspective of where I'm at, really feeling like this is the gift that I need to make right now. And this is the thing, giving isn't necessarily just about money, of course. Giving might be smiling at, the door person as you walk in the door. It might be, offering a hand to somebody as they're crossing the street. It might be taking baking over to your neighbor who's sick. And it might be giving a charitable donation. I think there are so many different ways that we can give that really cost us very little but have this exponential positive effect on our lives. And I think where that really needs to begin is in your heart. And I think one of the things about GoodWorld that I really wanted to achieve is I wanted to create a situation that could align the head, the heart, and action. So you see something that needs help or needs that you could potentially give to, you feel it in your heart, that is the right thing to do, and then seamlessly you can act to do something about it. So I think that alignment of the head and the heart and action is when you really create the good karmic energy behind giving that can create the circular action that really, creates the ripple effect and doing a lot of good.
Well, share with us a few of the success stories that our listeners can appreciate that the organization has supported so far.
Absolutely. So we have over 1,800 charities who are signed up and using us. So there's a lot of different stories, and we have, everything from, big celebrities, William Shatner and Sia, and, people making donations and to all of their followers, and their followers really joining in and creating a wave of giving, which has just been so beautiful. And then all, from things to I remember one day somebody had made a donation on social media where they had commented, it was a post from one of our charities called the Beagle Freedom Project, and they had commented that they were asking for donations for an animal that needed help, and somebody had commented, #donate for my dog who passed away last night, #donate $100. And that community really rallied behind that person, and that also created a trickle of other donations, and 700 or 800 people liked that post in support of that person. So there's a really beautiful kind of ripple effect that can happen when people give on social media, getting the support of other people and other people really chiming in to support the causes that they care about.
That's so sweet. What a beautiful story that was. Well, how can a nonprofit organization get involved with GoodWorld?
It's very simple. They just come to our website and they sign up, and it probably takes 3 or 4 minutes for them to complete their sign up. And right now we have a promotion going on where we are actually giving away $100,000 to our nonprofit. So if they can come and sign up in September and they let people know that they've joined GoodWorld, and we're giving away that money to our nonprofits, and we'd love them to be part of it.
That's such a nice act. Okay, so when you start something good and you get called and it feels right, you've shared a lot in our conversation today that it has to feel right, flow through your system. So here you are a few years into GoodWorld. Has there been a personal moment for you where you felt like, gosh, I don't have anything to give today. I can't give even of myself today. And if so, what did you do to snap out of it?
Okay.
Personal question.
That is a really poignant question. I mean, there's been a lot of moments like that, particularly in the early days of the company, because really for the first 2 years it was just me who was working on the company. Now I'm fortunate enough to have a group of 15 wonderful people who I work with. But I remember one day, when we were early days building the kind of the technology. And it just went haywire, and and it was a very, very stressful day, and thank goodness there was only a couple of days like that in the company. But at those moments, I just find that really meditation has been such an important part of my journey. So I have a daily meditation practice and prayer, and just for me, once I got bit by the GoodWorld bug, it was just one of those things where, my prayer had been answered and there really has been no other course but to move forward. And so with that kind of drive and that, commitment that I had made to really kind of live a life of purpose through the creation of this company, even though I might have got knocked and things like that, my faith and God, this is something that needs to be done right now, has really driven me forward. So, just meditation, grounding into myself, getting very, very quiet, listening to what the next thing that is supposed to be done, and then kind of moving out with conviction, with the next best thing that I felt that needed to be done was really the way that I've kind of overcome adversity.
I ask you that because so many individuals who are listening or who will hear this conversation, when they are stepping into doing something better for humanity, it's sort of like salmon swimming upstream, it's a lot of effort because everyone else is on this trajectory of I'm just going to use it diplomatically, a more average level of consciousness, where the conversation can be of divisiveness or separating, or we tend to sometimes define our worth by putting someone else down, all these things that are very apparent. And if you're investing in business or if you're investing in the media to support that, it seems a little bit easier. But when you are really saying that is not the God-given way to be anymore, it is an uphill battle. And I just wanted everyone to be aware that that's a part of the journey, that's the part of breaking through the veil of the consciousness that we're just enveloped with on a global level, because we're seeing how things are breaking down. And so we want organizations and things like GoodWorld to keep breaking through this veil and rising, even though we know that there are some days that you might have thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know if I can do this anymore. And so, yes, meditation, grounding, going back to God, I think is a very, very important tool and method to really keep us on track. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us that is happening for Dale's life, and you're so excited about it, you're about to jump out of your skin and fly or something?
There's a lot of really exciting things going on, particularly with the company. I'm super excited about this Social Giving September, because what we're doing is we're actually giving away free donations to our charities, and that's something which just really makes my heart sing, because it's kind of like the act of ultimate giving for us. And then I think I'm just very excited to be on the show right now. I know Sister Sylvia Sumner is my minister at Unity Church, and I really am very. I know that she's a good friend of yours, Sister Jenna, and she's somebody that really inspires me, and I'm deeply grateful for her friendship and mentorship. And my parents are here from New Zealand at the moment, which also just makes me so happy to be able to spend time with them. Those are the few of the things, and just very excited to be here with you in this moment.
Thank you, Dale, and much love to your parents. Could you leave our listeners with information that they could find out more about GoodWorld?
Absolutely. So the website is goodworld.me, so GOODWORLD.me. And my email address is Dale, DALE, @goodworld.me. So anyone's welcome to email me, and I would love to hear from anyone.
Leave us with what your best vision is for yourself that would make the world a better place.
My best vision for myself is that somebody that is very grounded and living in my heart all of the time, and really able to spread the culture of generosity throughout the world that I feel inside of myself, to really be able to pronounce that and manifest that outside of myself as well.
Dale, that was perfect. Thank you so much, and all the very best for GoodWorld.me.
Thank you so much, Sister Jenna. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So you have to feel it in your heart when you're giving. In Indian culture, there's a saying that your left hand should know what your right hand is doing. That level of purity of intent in your generosity. And I have found myself in many occasions where I'm like, look, I'm going to support this. So I just want you to keep me in the loop and keep me involved and be a part of it. And I think it's important that you sometimes are very clear in your position, because not all of your charity, not all of your giving, not all of your donation will always be from an absolutely unconditional place. But there will be some that really are from a very good place. And then you need nothing in return for it. And so with those, I invite you to keep amplifying that level of donating and that level of giving, and there's always effort that will always be required. Thank you so much for listening to America Meditating and my conversation with Dale Pfeifer. Go to goodworld.me for more information on your support for your nonprofit or your cause. Remember, no one can take away your happiness unless you give them permission, and we are here to love each other the same. So let's do that. Let's end with our very good friend, Kristen Hoffman. Love and gratitude. Take care, everyone.